I think if I was to describe Hydro One construction, it would be probably one of the best kept secrets in the business, that we're an integral part of virtually everything that goes on within the company, and we have the privilege of making history every day, but not a lot is known really about us as a key part of the business.
It's a stubborn and spectacular fire to fight. The heat so intense, firefighters had to stay way back. The smoke thick and black. Fears that smoke was toxic shut down Highway 401 in the middle of rush hour. But this time, those fears were soon put to rest.
Hydro had representatives right away with us, and they told us what the oil was, and the fact there was no PCBs there.
2 transformers failed at the substation, and there's no word yet on why that happened, though work was being done on the site. At the peak, 70 firefighters battled the flames. Police say it could have been worse.
When I first came on site on the Friday night, there was fire trucks galore outside the station, inside the station. There was 20 to 30 firemen working. They were not allowing anybody that was non-essential to the station to stay away, to stay outside the gate area, so that all that you could see was black clouds of smoke going up in the air from all the burning oil. Over the last 15 working days, we've been on site to help restore the AC system that they lost, also restore the fiber optic network, and then as well create a safe working areas for the dismantling of the 2 transformers, which has occurred over the last 5 days. This way, the civil crew can start restoring the site to remediate the soil that has been contaminated by all the oil from the 2 transformers. Currently, we have a lot of different disciplines on site. We have stations maintenance personnel on site, stations construction, civil and electrical. We have sites and grounds, we have provincial lines, we have our environmental group that has been here since the fire started, and all the various contractors that we all work with. Every day we are getting together for a pre-job safety briefing so that all the different disciplines are working in a cohesive, machine-like fashion to achieve positive results.
Given the large size of the area, we were battling 2 things. The oil spill itself and also the fresh water that's coming into the system. So in order to contain that, we had to plug the end of the palm, which was fairly straightforward, just plugging the end of the pipe. The other big challenge right now is stopping the fresh water from entering the areas that are contaminated with oil. So right now we're in a kind of a water management mode, addressing all the various catch basins and controlling the fresh water from entering the under drainage. The biggest challenge that Hydro One faced in this spill is the oil and leaving the site. We were able to cap and stop the oil leaving the site at the pond.
At this point now, we've taken out all the oil and contaminants out of the pond area, and we're now starting to reconstruct the new pond. So what he's doing now, he's going to get himself set up, and then he's going to come along and start shaping the new pond that they're proposing that we build here, getting ready for a liner and whatnot. So far in the last few days, we've mobilized probably 200 loads of aggregate, several large pieces of equipment, as you see one in the back, tons of light stands so that at night you walk through the station, she's lit up like a tree, no hazards there, no flashlights needed. It's all lit up. Washrooms, PPE, pumps. We've got so many pumps on site, I don't think you would be able to get a pump anywhere in Toronto at this point. We have them all. And even the vendors have understood our urgency, and they've really helped us a lot. When we got here Friday, what they expected us to do was, it was unbelievable. I just went like, okay, let's go, right? So they wanted us to clean the pond, suck the pond out, plug the pond, build a spill containment on site, clean up the area around T7, T8, get all the pumps and all the manholes, plug all the manholes, locate all the manholes, have crews constantly monitoring the water around the manholes, pumps, frac tanks, build roads, areas for people to park, fencing, shelving, anywhere from, we did, I can't even, lots. In the last 3 or 4 days, we've done the equivalent of probably a month's worth of work. I found it difficult at times to actually tell people to go home. There was some guys that reached a point and I would have to tell them that you have to go, right? And they'd be like, you know, we got to get this pump in here, and I know we do. We'll do it, right? And it's been awesome that way, and they just wanted to be part of it, right? I mean, that's kind of what it come down to, right? Everybody just wanted to be a part of it, and even from like the amount of trucks that roll through here with tankers and everything, it's been an amazing organized chaos for 3 days, 4 days, or I don't even know what day it is. It's been a wild ride. The rush that I get just organizing and seeing everything come together, and the people just helping out, and it's been a real ride, and everybody's felt it, and sometimes we've had to stop and just take a second and tell everybody, just, you know, we don't want to get hurt, relax, because everybody was just so anxious to help, and our work group that stepped up, our construction forces that left their families in the middle of the night to come here and work at midnight, have been unbelievable. It's been awesome.
It's been a long haul. I guess we're into a week and a half now, and I've been here every day, making sure that we're moving forward in the cleanup as quickly as we can, so we can get quickly into the project phase and getting the new transformers installed and getting them energized and back in service before the summer peaks, summer load peaks show up. And it's been tough. We've been trying to manage fatigue and make sure people aren't working over their hours. That's, you know, first 3 days we're in a forward command post mode, and we're working around the clock, various shifts, as long as the fire department was on site. The fire itself took nearly 3 days to extinguish. It was Sunday afternoon when T7 was finally out of extinguished, and then it was T8 was out very early Monday morning, just after midnight. The effort has been, I guess, Herculean at best. Station staff had to clean a considerable amount of the insulators in the area, and the protection and control team played a critical role in the project, especially during the initial response. Very often you're concerned about the high voltage in that power system in that perspective, and it's very easy to identify what's live and what's not by checking position of equipment and stuff like that. But with regards to P&C, they were able to come in and quickly identify the secondary auxiliary circuits that needed to be isolated, and quickly got involved in doing that and make sure that the area was safe for everyone working in it.
Particular jobs that we're doing, certain job plans are a little more in depth than others, and you know, we do have procedures in place and protocols that we have to follow in order to keep, you know, the safety as our number one, right?
One of the core attributes of Hydro One, in particular the field staff, whether you're in construction, provincial lines, grid ops, station maintenance, environment, project management, one of the core skills that we have as a company and the kind of people we seem to attract is that when you get into these tough situations, that's when we really shine. We do good work every day, but when the chips are down or when they're stacked against us, the professionalism, the talent, the expertise all comes together, and all the boundaries and all the name plates go out the door, and we work very cooperatively together because we care about the company, we care about the asset, we care about the customer that we serve, and there's great pride. It happens every day, and you get to profile on a project like this, but the reality is across the company people are doing amazing things every single day of the week. I don't think I can really adequately describe the pride that I feel on a regular basis. These folks are so special, they work so hard. Our core attributes are our professionalism, our agility, our adaptability, and our ability to pull the rabbits out of a hat on a regular basis. You throw a challenge at us instead of be a problem maker, we're the problem solvers, and we love it.
Well, I think, you know, the in-house workforce is really, I think the value of them is they understand the equipment they're working around in our facilities. It's not like bringing in an outside crew and having to educate them on what our equipment is, what it does, limits of approach, the segregation areas, and it's also the quick response. Being able to have that quick response on site when you have an issue like the Richview Transformer explosion. So I think that's the real value. And what I've also learned here today is, you know, it's great for me to learn too that certain things that we're looking at from cost savings initiatives, and today with the 42-degree humidity, it just underlines the importance of getting these 2 units in service as quickly as we can as the hot summer is coming upon us.
I think it's fair to say that it would be next to impossible for another workforce, an external workforce, to have accomplished what's been accomplished on this site. So when I'm asked about the value of an in-house construction force, obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased, but actually not really. The case speaks for itself, especially when you get into a situation like this. You're able to mobilize extremely quickly. You're able to leverage all the internal systems and really leverage them through the relationships, through the knowledge, through the understanding. The startup time, not only can you be on site quicker, but you can get productive that much sooner. We can take advantage of all the tricks and the knowledge we have of the various systems, the various pieces of equipment, and every day we are, as a business, improving. We're getting more efficient. We are looking at various initiatives, and we can leverage them on a project like this. So we take what we do very well every day and you kick it up a notch like this. So you've got the systems, the processes, the people, and you can make magic happen. And what you saw here was the safe, efficient execution of all the work that went on.
I think what I really take away from the site today, the overwhelming message is the coordination among the various operating groups at Hydro One. We've got engineers on site here who've been on site, you know, throughout the experience. We've got the civil construction crews, we've got electricians, and it's just been a seamless, coordinated effort to get this, what was really a disaster site that we saw all those pictures and the video of, the smoke and the flames and the spilled oil, to what we see here today, which is a pristine construction site that is on track for being in service. I believe the first one's coming in on June 13th and the next one on June 30th. And I think it's just a tremendous coordinated and cooperative effort of all involved that overwhelms me. Above all, the focus on productivity and making sure we do the work as efficiently as possible, which is extremely important. What we also saw here was an underlying effort to support the Hydro One core value of making sure we work safely each and every day.